Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Meagan with Her Courage to Plan. Today we've got to complete our paycheck budget number 1 for the month of October. Now if you missed the monthly budget video for October, I will leave it linked up above and you can go back and check it out. Now before I get started, I just wanted to share with you guys a couple of new updates that I do have to my Etsy shop. And many of you all know that I have recently opened my Etsy shop to be able to offer physical stickers, guys, and I thank you guys so much for your support. It is just overwhelming and I am loving it. So today I have a few scripts that I want to show you guys. I have the months scripts, and I do have them in the black and the plum paper monthly colors. So these are up in the shop now, and the way I did it, instead of you getting 12, you get 24. So you have some of like the medium size scripts up top, and then you have some smaller sizes. So these here will fit the A5 plum paper planner and the 7x9 plum paper planner, and of course any other planner that is similar in size. So these are some really nice scripts. They're not super gigantic, but they are a very nice medium size, and then you've got the smaller sizes here. And then I also got scripts that say January budget. So I have them in the black, and then I also have them in the plum paper color. And like I said, these are a medium size script. They're not these really big scripts, but they are really nice, and they fit really good up under thick washi and even your thin washi. So these are in my Etsy shop if you are interested. Now for paycheck budget number 1, just like I used for the monthly budget, I'm going to use my full page sticker sheet. I do have this in my Etsy shop if you're interested, and also in this same pattern for the month of October, I have it in a printable. So I do have the planner set available if you like it in the printable for the month of October. So yeah, I'm going to use my notes page that I do have in my plum paper planner, and I am using the 7x9 plum paper planner. And remember, I did a video on how I put my plum paper planner on discs. If you missed that video and you're interested, I'll leave it up above. But I'm going to flip to our notes section in the back, and as you see, I've already completed our monthly budget, so I'm going to use the paycheck number 1 on the sheet directly behind the monthly budget. So I'm going to go ahead and get this set up with you guys, and I will see you back in a bit. right, I've got these stickers laid down, so now we'll go ahead and fill in our paycheck budget number 1. I will be using the Parker pens again in the color black, and I have the link down below in the description box. So for our paycheck number 1, our pay date is actually going to run us from October the 1st all the way through the 15th. So what I'm going to do is take this out so that I won't be up against these rings. And that'll make it a little bit more comfortable for me. Alright. So for hubs, during this here pay period, we are expecting direct deposit to this account, $1,402. And then for me, it's $700. So that is a total of $2,102 that we are planning. So for giving, for tithes, we are at $338 planned. And then for our expenses during this here time, we do have the mortgage, and that is $502. We have Netflix, and that is at the $15.99. And we do have the internet. Now with the internet, I noticed they will nickel and dime you, because last month it was $63.44 and now it's $63.70. So those little taxes that they add on, it continues to add up even though they're pennies. And then for also we're going to do the pest control, because that is due this month, and of course you know that's every other month, so that is at $55. And then we have electricity, and that is our budget billing electricity, so we're at $290.86, and I'm expecting it to go up in January because I've been looking at some of the usages, you know, different months, and they have been higher than this, of course. But as long as I know exactly how much it is each month, then I can better plan for it. So that's the reason why we really like budget billing. And then for YouTube, it is at $11.99. And then for our groceries, so we've got to put money in for our groceries, and we're going to allocate $425. And there are 5 Saturdays in this month, and that's when I go to the grocery store. So during this time frame, I'll go to the grocery store twice. But after this, our second paycheck, I'll end up going to the grocery store 3 times. So that's why it's just going to be $425 on this paycheck. And then for house supplies, we're going to do $40 because we've got a total of $75 for the whole month allocated. So we'll do $40 this check, and then we'll do the remainder on paycheck number 2. And then for gas, we do have $100 per month, and we'll just plug it in at $50. And then we also have a buffer, so we'll see how much we can do for the buffer. So I'll leave that blank for now, and I won't do anything for savings or extra debt. And like I said, we don't use cash envelopes at this time. I used to use cash envelopes for the groceries, but we don't use it at this time. But I just laid this down so you guys can see what the full budget sheet looks like if you're laying it down on a 7x9 sheet of paper. Now I could have gone up. If you don't like to be close to this bottom here edge, you don't have to lay down that thin washi, and you could have, you know, bring your income up closer to the line, but I just put a little gap there. But it's totally customizable. So I'm going to total our expenditures for our paycheck budget number 1. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful October thus far. So we are definitely in the 4th quarter, guys. All right, so right now, let me get a sticky note. Right now we have $1,454. So right now we have $1,454.54, and of course that's without the buffer. And I'm gonna go ahead and put in our paycheck budget overview, plug in the numbers that we have thus far, So our planned income is at $2102. Our planned giving is at $338. I'll leave the expenses and the savings blank so we can see what we're working with. So 2102 minus 338 and minus the 1454.54 thus far. So we have 309.46 that we can allocate between the buffer, savings, and our extra debt, our HELOC. So for the savings, I'd like to go ahead and take care of son's tuition, and he gets $150 in that account. And many of you all know we are cash flowing our son's college tuition, so we do put money aside from our household budget towards his college fund. And you know, we do pay the rest of his college tuition out of our personal accounts, so we are just happy that we are able to do it. So we'll subtract $150 from that, so that'll be taken care of. So $159.46 is what's left. And I'm not going to do anything else with like the household's emergency, that $50, because that automatically comes out at the end of the month. So I can go ahead and take care of the pets. Yeah, I can go ahead and take care of the pets, which will be $50. And we can get that out of the way. So that leaves us with $109.46. So I'm thinking, let's see. This is our monthly budget. And we've got the HELOC, we've got a buffer. So the buffer is small, it's only $25.24. Let's see here, we can probably go ahead. I don't pay the HELOC until closer to the end of the month, but I can go ahead and set this money aside. So let's go ahead and take care of the buffer. So the $25.24, because that's a small amount, we can be done with that. There's no need of splitting that up. So the $25.24, we'll put that in for the buffer, and then the remainder we'll put for the extra debt HELOC, and we'll just set that aside, and then we'll have to get the other part from our paycheck budget number 2, which is fine. I don't always like to, you know, split it up, but it'll be fine to do it this way. So with the savings, I'll go ahead and add that. That should be $200. So that should be $200 for the savings. And so now I can go ahead and total this here amount, and that's the $1454.54 plus that $25.24 for the buffer. So that gives us like $1479.78. So that's a odd number, but we'll take it. So I'll plug it down here, $1479.78, and then the savings is at $200. And then there's no envelopes because we don't use cash envelopes. And then the extra debt is at the $84.22. So let's go ahead and crunch these numbers. So we should get a zero-based budget, $1479.78 and minus $200. Yep, and minus the $84.22. That's a zero-based budget, guys. All right, guys. So this is what paycheck budget number 1 is looking like. And again, stay tuned because I still have to give you guys debt and savings tracker update videos. And of course, our savings challenge videos updates as well. So, all right, guys, leave me a comment down below. How is your budget going for the month of October thus far? Those that do paycheck budgets, how is it looking? All right, guys, you already know the deal. I'll see you later. Bye.